In example 3, we're asked to find the greatest common factor of two numbers, and we're asked to factor some polynomials, some expressions by using the greatest common factor. Let's start with part A, finding the greatest common factor of two numbers. There's two methods that we can use. Method 1 is just list all the factors of each number and find the greatest number that shows up in both lists. So for 75, start with 1 because 1 goes into everything. 1 times 75. Let's try 2. 2 doesn't work. 3 goes into 75 25 times. 4 doesn't work. 5 will work. 5 times 15. 6 doesn't work. 7 doesn't work. 8 doesn't work. 9 does not work. 10 does not work. Neither does 11, 12, 13, or 14. The next number that goes into 75 is 15. 15 is already listed, so we're done with this list of positive factors. Now let's list the factors of 135. Starting with 1, 1 times 135. 2 doesn't work. 3 works. 3 times 45. 4 doesn't work. 5 will work. 5 times 27. 6 doesn't work. 7 doesn't work. 8 doesn't work. 9 works. 9 times 15. 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 don't work. So we get to 15, and we know we have all of the positive factors listed. Now it's just a matter of looking in the lists and identifying what's the greatest number that goes into both lists. 75 doesn't show up. 25 doesn't show up. Looks like 15. 15 is the greatest common factor of 75 and 135. Now that's method 1. Method 2 is involving factor trees and prime factorization. Let's take a look at method 2. Let's list the prime factorization of 75. So we can call this 25 times 3, 5 times 5. So here are the prime factors. We can call this 3 times 5 squared. Now, let's list the prime factorization of 135. Well, let's see. We can call this 5 times 27. 27 can be 3 times 9, and 9 can be 3 times 3. Here are the prime factors. Our prime factorization is 3 cubed times 5. All right. Now, the key is to look in each list and find which common factors they have in common. So let's see. You see there's a 3 in the list of prime factors of 75, and there's a 3 in the list of factors of 135. Okay? There's a 5 in the list of factors of 75, and there's a 5 in the list of factors of 135. Now, the other 5 we see in this list of 75 doesn't have any partners over here that haven't been accounted for already. And these 3s don't have any partners in the other list that haven't been accounted for already. So it looks like the only ones we have in common are 5 and 3. So we'll multiply these. 5 times 3 is 15. Same greatest common factor, different way to approach the problem. Back to example 3 now. In part B, we're supposed to factor out the greatest common factor. So let's take a look at problem number 1. We have 9x to the 5th power plus 12x cubed minus 21x squared. Well, the greatest number we can take out of each term is 3. And the greatest variable we can take out of each term is x, 2 factors of x. Now, 3 times 3 is 9, and x squared times x cubed is x to the 5th power. You could think of factoring as reverse distributing or reverse multiplying. So really, if you want to find what's left on the inside of the quantity, you can divide each term by 3x squared. 12 divided by 3 is 4. X cubed divided by x squared is x. Negative 21 divided by 3 is negative 7. X squared divided by x squared is 1. Here we go. We factored out the greatest common factor. Example 4, it might help to look at this problem. We recognize there's a factor of 3x plus 4 in each term. Well, it might help if we write it the longer way. 2x times 3x plus 4 plus 7 times 3x plus 4 times 3x plus 4. Remember, when we square a quantity, that means we're multiplying by itself. Well, let's factor out one factor of 3x plus 4, take this quantity out, and see what we're left with on the inside. We took one factor of 3x plus 4 from the first term, and we took one factor of 3x plus 4 from the second term. So on the inside, it looks like we have 2x in the first term, and 7 times the quantity 3x plus 4 in the second term. There you go. We can simplify this answer if you want to, but the general idea is factoring. We just factored out the greatest common factor. Hey, thanks for watching the videos. Hopefully they were helpful. Please let me know if you have any concerns. I'll be happy to help you further in class or at school. Good luck on your practice problems.